Hello everyone and welcome back to the month before time on Donut Like Donut Read. My name is Clemens and with me is Adam.
At your service.
Joaquin.
What's up, everyone?
John.
Greetings, normies.
And Julius.
Hey everyone, remember the time? Remember the land before the time?
Yeah, and this was when the time when I searched for Land Before Time fanfiction and I accidentally found the forum gang5.net. And I
finally a good forum. Finally good content on the internet.
Yes.
What is this forum about? Like,
I guess Land Before Time forum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where teamwork enhances community. So.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear.
This is the first chapter of LBT, War Fanfic.
I'm really happy that the lettuce, bacon, tomato fandom is taking off.
Yes. I love it.
Is this the first time we've ever read a fanfic that was posted like on a forum?
I don't know, that's the Paw Patrol creepypasta account? I don't think so.
We had something on...
Really?
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm not sure if that counts.
Just in the form of like posts on a forum board.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe not. We've read some weird stuff on some weird websites though, on allthequizzes.com.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't count that. Unless do we count like comment sections? Remember on the Tawak Gumball X Carry wiki when there was that story about Einstein Watterson dying within the comment section or something?
I think this story is unique in that way that we get a forum post when we get replies to that, and then a new forum post that continues the story, so I guess it's a new unique format for us.
Actually, that story wasn't in the comment section, I'm stupid, never mind.
Yeah,
I swear, one of these days, we're gonna find a story that is posted on the GameFAQs forum.
Oh, can't wait. Let's look.
Actually, now remember, we found the Pink Steve story on a comment section on allthetests.com. That was on the comment section of another story, and we covered it 2 times.
Yeah.
I mean, that never happened. Why would that ever happen?
Yeah, this is the War Fanfic by Cyrus, and his rank is General of the Great Valley. Littlefoot was running through harsh and forbidding rocky terrain, chased by a sharptooth. This was unlike any sharptooth he had seen. Black as midnight with 2 weird projections from its arms and its eyes burning with an otherworldly white glow.
Projections?
It's Satan!
It's Sharptooth.exe, oh no.
He's gonna show you terrible educational films about plants.
I mean, this is...
with his projectors.
This was in January 2008, so Sharptooth.exe was the hot shit.
No, wait, white eyes? I think this is, yeah. It's her. I forgot her name.
You're good, I don't remember either.
Sister.
Get out of here. Get out of here now.
Everyone remembers Johanna, but not the main character.
Just as Littlefoot turned a corner, he found himself faced with a dead end and the demonic Sharptooth approaching. He shouted, waking himself up.
Oh, it was a dream? Bullshit.
Well, I was gonna say, did he shout when he was asleep, then woke up, or... Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah.
He looked around.
You're good.
He was in his nest and it was still dark with a night circle high up, bathing the Great Valley in a cool white light.
Hey, not terrible use of description right there, right?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, so far.
It's alright so far.
It's an alright scene to set the mood.
As Littlefoot went back to sleep, he somehow missed a shadowy figure scurrying along the top of a great rock wall, or with twin streaks of blue light passing overhead.
More aliens?
Oh yeah.
This reminds me of if you ever play Spore when you were in the creature stage. sometimes we'll see aliens flying above you, and it's like, oh, you know, they're here the whole time, you know? But we're little creatures, we can't do anything about it.
On a tropical island out on the big water, far from the Great Valley, a young shark tooth woke up with a start from the same terrifying dream. He turned his gaze towards the Great Valley and saw an aquatic longneck named Elsie also looking the same direction.
So was he the dinosaur EXE in that dream, or was he Littlefoot in that dream?
Hell yeah, finally dream multiplayer.
I assume he was running away from the same thing.
You know what, you joke, Clemens, but one day they're totally going to have an MMO version of our dreams we can all play together when we're asleep. It's going to be great.
They will call it Dreams.
When Littlefoot awoke for the second time, he saw Petrie standing in front of him.
What?
He said, groggily.
Said instead of asked. Littlefoot, wake up!
Petrie said.
What's so important?
What's out there that's worth living for?
Littlefoot said, getting up.
Me no. Does he talk like that in the show?
He does, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Which now that
I never
think
actually
about
watched
it,
the full Land Before Time movie,
like, yeah.
so...
Now that I think about it, it's weird that he didn't in Mysterious Littlefoot. But then again, it left a lot of the characterization from the movies out.
It's one of Littlefoot's mysterious powers, grammar teaching to osmosis.
Yeah.
But Sarah said grown-ups by Two Boulder Pass. What does that mean?
The grown-ups are by Two Boulder Pass.
But Sarah said grown-ups by two... It's a very confusing sentence.
Littlefoot hurried to Two Boulder Pass and managed to squeeze through the adults to get a look at what was so fascinating.
It can't be.
Littlefoot said, astonished at the sight.
It real.
It's real.
It's real.
Nico
Real.
one-shot real?
Nico one-shot at this point
time
in time?
of year, at this time of day.
Localized entirely within gagof5.net. Petrie said with equal astonishment, please see this thread for future updates, and I don't think that's the...
Don't click on it. Trust me.
We can't show it in the video. Let's leave it at that.
It'll fill your computer with malware anyway, so...
So who wants
do we want to read
to
the comments between the chapters?
Sure, I know.
Yeah, that's the forum experience.
Yeah.
So we got Chile Trek coming in here. Hello, the title makes me think of something major may happen soon, and you left me in quite suspense at the end. Keep it up, this looks good. B. I guess, is that a smiley or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do the one below?
Core the white.
We have to read it like Gandalf, though. Gandalf, because apparently Gandalf is a big Land Before Time fan.
I'll do it. Nice stopping point. Interesting idea to have. Chomper. Still on the island. Already in the not already in the valley. Or near it. What an interesting idea that Chomper lives where he lives.
Yeah, I was gonna ask... So why wouldn't he live there? Wasn't that his home? Wasn't that where he usually lives? But
where he lives,
not
yes.
already in the valley. Does he move there again? I thought he was in the valley first, and then he went to his real parents and lived on the island. I thought that's what.
Yep,
that's
you're
how
right.
it happened. Yeah, weird.
Okay. And through the power of forum, we can know that it's 1 hour and 10 minutes after the first chapter is chapter 2. Littlefoot was looking down into an impact crater along with several adults. At the center of the crater was a medium-sized meteorite. I love that Littlefoot can has enough meteor knowledge.
Yeah, Littlefoot has actually a lot of astronomy knowledge. I mean, what else are you gonna do in this land except look at the sky? Like, there's no internet, there's no porn,
There's no Instagram.
What else are you supposed to do?
How else can you look up what a meteorite is?
Yeah, this meteorite was pretty mid to TBH.
I have to pull myself together not to make any meteor happens jokes, because that's gonna be way outdated when this goes up.
Yeah, but this was no ordinary meteorite. Littlefoot had seen meteorites before. Yeah, Adam was right. But this was unlike any meteorite he had seen before. It was a shade of icy blue with a reflective surface like that of the water on a still day.
I think that's the stone of cold fire.
Littlefoot said.
Not that stone of cold fire junk again.
Jeez, God.
Siva said, rolling her eyes.
But I thought,
yeah, to be fair, by the second time that shit, I'd be like, yeah, I've seen that before. I'd be like that too.
But like
Littlefoot, I'm concerned about you hanging out with all your conspiracy theorist friends.
We've already done the alien shit. We don't need to do this again.
Yeah, Littlefoot, and the Earth is not flat either.
You don't get it, guys. There's a society of frog people that live underground.
I mean, they do live in a society, so. And the stone of cold fire is just a story. Yep.
We all, except for the fact that we all saw it that one time.
I was gonna ask, what do you mean? I mean, it makes sense for Sarah, I guess, because there was a... Let me rant here for a minute. I remember there was an episode of the TV show that was really stupid, where it was like Ruby was telling us a story about her and Jumper going somewhere and then finding like some geysers or some shit, and Sarah's like, yeah, no way, there's like water coming out of the earth and shooting up a bit. That's so unrealistic, guys. I don't believe you just made that up. And then they have to go to that place to prove to Sarah that water can come out of the earth, I guess. And I remember I was like, you live in a fucking world where there's like earthquakes and like meteorites and volcanoes and shit like that, like every other Tuesday. And you draw the line at water coming out of the earth, shooting up a bit.
Sarah, get off the conspiracy boards. The moon is not flat.
What were they thinking? No, let's go on.
Boy, I sure hope somebody was fired for that. Ducky said, nodding her head.
What's all the fuss about?
Mr. Freehorn said, striding up to the group.
Well, Mr. Threehorn, a radish of Skyrock has landed, and it looks just like the mythical stone of cold fire.
Wait, so the rock already landed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Grandpa Longneck said.
It's Justin.
Mr. Freehorn began before he was cut off by a lightning bolt striking a few feet away from him.
What the fuck?
Oh, too bad. You know what? I thought his horns would be like a perfect conductor for lightning, you know, just fucking zap him to death right there.
Yeah, I want some death in my war fanfic, come on.
Yeah, this is Warren, man. Get with it.
Come on, he's an old and racist.
More lightning bolts began to fly from the meteorite, striking the ground and nearby rocks.
Scatter!
Grandpa Longneck shouted. The Great Valley dinosaurs ran in different directions, some taking cover behind rocks, others running as far as possible.
Whoa!
Said Hip, crouched behind a large boulder with Petrie and Littlefoot,
this man may be named
Wowzers.
Whoa, dude! Gnarly!
He probably has sunglasses on and a backwards baseball cap.
I mean, you say that,
Radical.
but for context, Tip, his character was that he was like a Like stereotypical 90s bully character.
Huh.
Me scared.
Petrie said, trembling. Suddenly, the sound of lightning bolts bombarding the vicinity stopped.
Is it over?
Littlefoot asked.
It's over, dude.
Hip said, peeking
Alright, thanks
over
for
the
telling me.
boulder. Littlefoot stuck his head over the boulder and looked. What he saw astonished him. The ground and the rocks were scorched and pockmarked by the maelstrom of lightning bolts, but he could see the scorch mark and crater starting to disappear. In a few moments, the area around the two boulder paths looked like nothing had ever happened. Like nothing happened. Jesus, that's a reference to a deleted video by another channel.
We already appreciate those.
Okay, so that Skyrock really is the Stone of Cold Fire.
God damn it! I wish I'd made a joke where this chapter is literally just, is this the Stone of Cold Fire? No, it can't be the Stone of Cold Fire. What are you talking about? Wait,
So let me get this straight. That is the Stone of Cold Fire?
let's say hypothetically, for the sake of argument.
Do you think Littlefoot is like Chicken Little in this this story where he was always like, the Stone of Cold Fire is falling, and everyone just like thinks he's a freaking idiot until now.
But
Maybe.
I at this point, I don't know why they wouldn't just believe him implicitly. He's seen the most weird shit out of everyone here.
Yeah, I mean, he's been through a lot.
Seva said.
Littlefoot!
Grandpa Longneck called.
Littlefoot, you must stay away from the two-boulder pass. The Skyrock is simply too dangerous.
Grandpa Longneck said.
But Grandpa...
I want to be turned into a skeleton.
I want to get.
Yeah.
I want to recharge my powers. God.
Littlefoot.
When you gonna let me see the world?
I'm gonna be on my own.
Grandpa,
Was that an
I want-
actual trailer, or was that just like a parody?
What, the Pinocchio one? That was real.
Yeah.
Was real, man.
Did the actual movie ever like come out, or at least that version of the movie?
Yeah, that is a thing. It's real.
'Cause I was gonna say, I remember I couldn't find him one time.
Littlefoot began to protest.
Littlefoot. I don't know where that voice came from, but I'm sticking with it.
We know you're curious. But until we find out more about that Skyrock, we can't let you go in your two-boulder pass.
No, you were supposed to be dead. You died in mysterious Littlefoot.
Grandma Longneck said mysteriously.
Can I go play?
Littlefoot asked, changing the subject.
Yes, but remember what we told you.
Grandpa Longneck said.
I know. Stay away from two-boulder pass.
Pass, pass, pass.
Littlefoot echoed. Littlefoot ran to meet his friends. When he arrived, he saw his friends playing Catch the Hopper.
What takes so long?
Petrie asked as he tried to catch Ducky. Wasn't Petrie a she?
No.
No, Petrie's a boy.
You're-
We just
We're just fucking around.
Yeah.
ever since some mysterious Littlefoot where they kept calling Petrie Petra in the introduction. I decided every time I voice Petrie, I'm voicing Petrie as trans femme and giving her an accent. So
Okay.
Grandpa told me to stay away from two-boulder pass.
Littlefoot replied. Littlefoot joined in the game, and just as the game was wrapping up, he turned around and saw 3 familiar faces. I give you all one guess to who those familiar faces are. Hint, they are not enemies. Okay, who are the 3
how am I supposed
familiar
to guess
faces?
3 if I only have one guess?
Alvin Elaine Nuttenberg?
It's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. This is in the same... this is the... What was that story called? The Adventures in the Land Before Time video. Remember that? It's like
Okay.
one
Oh,
of
yeah.
the earliest videos we did. you know that the author of that story, in his like description, he's like, "I support Critics United." It's like
Oh.
worst betrayal.
Betrayal.
Since
Betrayal
Lord
month?
Jeremy Silver was a dick to someone in the comments.
Okay, look for all subsequent chapters on fanfiction.net under the name Jakayata. I didn't look, but people on
It doesn't exist. I just checked.
and ff.net change their name every 2 hours, so yeah.
Actually, the link. Please read and write in before time. Twilight Valley is this. Oh wait, no, never mind. Different one, I think.
I think it's that original LBT War story, so I guess maybe this is a remake or a reinterpretation of that story.
Yeah, either way, it's way too long.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay,
Okay,
and somebody read Trailer Track again.
Hello, the story is beginning to unfold, and I bet Littlefoot will let his curiosity win again.
It's old school emoji right there.
Lamb smiley or something. Blep emoji. Nice that you have your story at fanfiction.net. I expect we can find it, but it would be still cool if you can still post more chapters in here too. Laughing dinosaur.
Alright. The Great Valley Guardian says, "Wow, these first 2 chapters are really good, and I can guess at who the 3 faces are, but I'm not going to say it here. I look forward to the nest chapter."
Yeah, I can't wait for
where they
the
built their
gang to
nest.
return to the nest.
Hey, girl, let me take you back to my nest. We're gonna make some eggs together.
Hey, girl. I can't think of a good pickup line for prehistoric times. And also, I gotta say, genius tactic to give your guess after it's revealed.
Yeah, I totally know, but I won't say it because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, now I need to think of a title. Can you all help with this? Remember, the main villain is the original Abtooth. And it's a LBT war fanfic. The Stone of Cold Fire plays a large part, though. Nodding
Oh, don't
smiley.
spoil who the villain is like that.
And plus, didn't you say, I mean, I don't know why you're asking this now, since you said that didn't they just say that the 3 people that are gonna be like revealed from the meteor, aren't they like not villains, or am I just
Yeah, they're not
That is-
enemies. That's the only
So-
thing we know.
yeah, I think you're getting a little too ahead right now. But whatever.
The fanfic has a new name. Land Before Time. Twilight Valley. Here's
Oh,
chapter
yeah.
3. Chapter 3.
Chomper?
Littlefoot said, surprised by his friend's sudden appearance, because the Great Valley Guardian didn't tell him he was about to show.
I guess they don't have a guardian in the movie. Like, not directly at least.
What Champa doing here?
Petrie said,
Some strange sleep story occurred, and there was something about to come into the Great Valley. I do not know.
Champa said.
That's the classic Jumper voice.
I like to go with the half Transylvanian, half Italian.
Can Jumper talk?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
After he couldn't talk in the first one movie he's in because he was literally a day old.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he was socialized among plant eaters, so he can speak their languages, I said. I guess Jumper is canonically bilingual. Because at least in the show there are scenes where he talks to other Sharptooths, and it's implied they're like speaking different languages, so
That makes sense, I guess.
You mean that sleep story about being chased by a sharp tooth? I had that too.
Littlefoot said.
How could we have the same sleep story?
Littlefoot said, pawing the ground in frustration.
I love the.
Damn
so
it!
mad.
I love
My dream.
pawing the ground.
I'm so mad. I gotta paw it. Touch.
I thought my dreams were unique, damn it. Urgh.
Original dreams don't steal.
Dreams aren't always fake, Littlefoot.
Only I get to be in the dreamland of the Great Valley.
The dreamland of the Cretaceous. Or Jurassic. Whatever it's supposed to be, it's both at the same time.
I don't know, but it must mean something.
Jumper said.
I do declare how Chomper get to the Great Valley.
Petrie said,
Very easily with my 2 feet. I just walked.
half to himself.
Half to himself. Oh, okay. I guess he muttered that. Yeah, how Chomper get to the Great Valley. I'm so fucking mad.
Easy, Petrie. I just crossed the land bridge.
Jumper replied.
I'm giving this the performance of a fucking lifetime.
But the land bridge was sunk by an earth shake.
Littlefoot said.
Actually, it is covered and uncovered by the what's that called again?
Jumper said, scratching his head.
Maybe explain it to me. Maybe.
His mother said something that Littlefoot could not understand.
What?
Mother.
They're all just there.
Okay, so the 3 characters are Jumper, his mother.
Is Littlefoot hallucinating his mom again?
No, I'm not sure if Jumper's mother is there, or if this is, referring to, the past tense. At one point his mother explained that to Chomper, and that's what this is supposed to be.
I think that's just...
It's kind of worded...
I think that it came as a whole unit. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bridge is covered and uncovered by the tides.
But nobody understands them because they are never explained enough.
Finally! Please explain the tides to me, please.
I don't know.
So you want to know more about the tides?
I don't know. Maybe you can explain it again.
Mice, we need you right now.
Jumper said.
Very easy. The moon is having a gravitational force on the water in the ocean. I don't understand.
I still don't understand.
Yay, hatchlings!
Hip said, striding up to the ground with knot and mud.
Completely ignoring the literal shark teeth here.
Man, what a terrible thing to name your kid. Imagine naming your kid Mutt. That's a terrible thing to name a child.
What do you want, Hip?
Siwa said, glaring at him. Meanwhile, in the mysterious behind, in a valley similar to the Great Valley.
Wait, what? There's just another
the
Great Valley.
Great Valley. Yeah, there's just an evil Great Valley, I guess, in the mysterious beyond.
Yeah, they
evil Littlefoot lives over there.
Yeah,
they and over there, Mr. Topsy is actually a really cool
guy.
Yeah,
they have a tree necks. They're all just long. They're all just long necks at least.
Why haven't those 2 bumbling flyers come back yet? And I knew those 2 egg stealers were total idiots. We still don't have that rock.
Yeah, you don't send the egg stealers to steal a rock, you send a rock stealer.
Yeah.
To steal eggs.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is almost as easy as the time I took candy from a baby.
Which is fine by me. This is almost as easy as the time I stole and ate the baby in the egg, which was also fine by me.
A tan and gold 2-clawed Sharptooth said angrily.
I don't know. I don't know if I like a Sharptooth being described as tan. That makes me think he has a literal tan, he just came from the solarium. Was just applying his spray tan.
The age of the Sharptooth, you get me tired of the age of the Sharptooth. Patience.
Another Sharptooth, red striped, said coolly.
Okay, so cool.
Oh, then I know exactly the voice I have to do. We'll have that stone a cold fire soon enough. Yes,
But we won't need it because I'm already so cool.
That was specifically Vanilla Ice from Cool as Ice.
Oh god. That's cursed, man.
Drop Dead Zero and get with the hero.
In the farthest reaches of the Great Valley, two Strathio muses entered through a narrow break in the Great Rock Wall.
I'm hungry. Why can't I eat some of this?
One Strathio muse said, lifting a branch laden with berries to its mouth.
Strut, drop that branch right now, you leaf licker.
Is that an actual insult in the show?
No, I don't think so.
Because that's actually kind of clever. A good, like, derogatory thing for Sharptooths to say to each other.
Yeah, I guess it's not canon because I don't think there are that many, like, I don't think there are that many Sharptooth that we actually see communicate with each other. Come to think of it, I think it's, like, literally those two guys can talk and then the two guys from the fourth movie. But no, I don't think any of them. Maybe it was something one of them said. Because I remember that it was, the gimmick was that one of them was like, why can't we eat plants, man? The other one was like, oh, we gotta get the eggs. So, maybe it was said at one point, I don't know. I don't even remember if I watched that movie, that specific one.
The other Strathio shouted, roughly grabbing the branch from Strut with one of its arms.
But Ozzy, I'm hungry! God!
Strut said.
I'm literally dying right now.
I'm fucking dying here.
If we get that weird blue rock, then we will have all the eggs we can eat.
We just need that blue rock, man.
Ozzy said, explain please. We can exchange the blue rock for services and goods. Ah!
You
It's
see,
about the blue rocks, man.
I am the one who rocks.
But I don't like eggs. And what does a weird rock have to do with eggs? Not a question.
We have to cook, Strut.
We have to cook, Strut.
Yeah. The dinosaurs died out because they all got addicted to meth.
Cold fire, icicles in my veins.
Strut said, reaching out to grab a branch with a few tree stars on it. Ozzy saw Strut grab the branch and he roughly swatted the branch away with his arm.
Come on, you can't smoke now. You fucking stoner.
But Ozzy!
But Ozzy, man, just one blunt, man. Just one hit, bro.
Just one little puff, come on.
Just one hit of that dang 3-star kush.
But Ozzy, I want to make a dank ripper!
You mindless brush bounder. Okay. We were promised all the eggs we can eat if we get that weird blue rock to that Sharptooth. Now let's go find that weird rock.
So you are doing a quest for somebody you don't even know the name of?
Makes sense.
Ozzy, I can't take this abuse. I'm going back to live with my parents. God.
We ate
Yeah.
our parents when they were eggs.
Look, when you live in the mysterious beyond, you
Valley.
gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Yeah, I actually
Man's
checked
gotta
my employment contract, and on my side it says my name and my address, and on the side of the employer it's just a big question mark.
Look, you gotta do the work I can get. It's not much, but it's honest work. Well, it isn't honest work, but it's work.
As long as I get all the expert I can eat, I don't care if it's honest. Ozzy shouted. The cry rang clear over the Great Valley.
Sharptooth attack! Near the rock path!
Grandpa Longneck bellowed. Within moments, all of the children were gathered at their nests and the adults had gone off to defend against the sharp teeth.
What are the odds that they're just the parents on a lovely stroll? Ducky, Spike, stay here.
Ducky's mother said as she walked towards the rock path carrying a heavy branch.
Like she's walking away from an explosion.
Looks like the adults are going to go off to pass the blunt again.
Oh no.
It looks like the adults are all going to get shocked to death because the stone is still not stayed.
Hang on a second. I think there's a mistranslation. The mysterious beyond, when you translate it through Dino Scratch, is the mysterious bong.
Sharptooth attack. That's what they always say.
Why do you think the mysterious beyond is so foggy?
No, you're thinking of the Mist Valley.
Oh,
that's where the dankest kush is.
How do you think it got there? How do you think the Mist Valley became that misty? The mysterious bong.
That's how they healed Littlefoot's grandparent in the fourth, his grandpa in the fourth movie. They gave him those dank, misty valley kush.
Petrie's mother had also flown to the Great Rock Path to assist in the battle, mostly serving a support role.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. Is the reason that all the plant eaters are sentient is because they're having a diet of THC?
God. Probably.
Yeah, this is a little piece. Every time you eat meat, you risk the meat possessing you and becoming a zombie.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, I like that Petrie's mother is a cleric. She's totally in the support role. I guess Grandpa Longneck is probably a fighter, right?
Yeah, Petrie's mother is gonna channel some positive energy.
Ducky's mom is probably the paladin for no other reason because I think that's funny.
4 sharp teeth, 2 large 3-clawed sharp teeth, and 2 fast biters had somehow gotten into the valley. Somehow, I need this war happening right now. Littlefoot
somehow Sharptooth returned.
It's a really unbalanced encounter for the first encounter, by the way. I mean, this isn't going to end well. Someone's going to get TPK'd.
Yeah. Littlefoot's grandparents...
By someone, you mean everyone.
Yeah.
Grandparents and Mr. Freehorn were the first to arrive at the site. The sharp teeth, seeing that they were facing 2 long legs and a Freehorn, visibly recoiled but did not flee. But you are 8 against 3.
It is very big. I mean, longnecks, I don't think most sharp-toothed dinosaurs in real life would want to attack a giant, like, Diplodocus or anything like that. It's just too big of a dinosaur to really fight.
Yeah, I guess. But if we go back to the pen and paper angle, the action economy is on their side.
That is true. That is very true. I mean, if someone can cast slow, they're game though. You know, just cast slow on them.
More Great Valley dinosaurs arrived at the scene, hoping to scare the sharp teeth into fleeing. Neither side was directly attacking yet, but simply attempting to intimidate the other side. Just like World War One.
Oh no.
Oh no, horse characters are showing up.
Oh no.
And, like, fuck, we got dragged into another war, shit. We have to go to the portal that will appear in a few days. The first blow was struck by a fast biter, of course, with the fast archetype. It attempted to jump onto Ducky's mom, but she caught it square in the head with a swift blow of her branch, knocking to the ground.
Oh, excuse me, she's a barbarian. She used her reckless attack.
Good job, Ducky's mom.
One of her large sharp teeth, sensing an opportunity, seized a stone from one of the rubble piles that characterized the Great Rock Path and hurled it at Mr. Freehorn.
How?
stunning.
Those little arms
Guess
throwing
with this
stones.
foot, because otherwise I can't imagine this happening. I guess his tail or something. Probably
Stunning
the
him
tail.
and giving one of the larger shark teeth an opportunity to knock him out with a well-placed tail whip. Mr. Freehorn, oh no, I miss you so much.
Mr. Three-Horn,
Oh, no.
I miss him every day.
Patrie's mother shouted. She already had to deal with an unconscious runner and now an unconscious Freehorn.
Stop! No, don't come back.
Yeah, remember in World War One when the one side was storming the trench of the other side and they took the butts of their rifles and just knocked the other side out? Because they only used the bayonets to smear butter on their bread and not to stab people.
Yeah,
This is a
remember
very peaceful
in
war. No one's
wars
actually
how
dying.
People just fall unconscious and nothing else happens.
Nothing bad at all.
Yeah, there's actually a friend of mine once played in a MLP pen and paper, and the My Little Pony rules had no dying but only getting unconscious, so you could knock somebody out, bury them alive, and they would just wake up, suffocate, and get unconscious forever.
None of this is good. That's why it's
Horrifying.
called war. Just had to quote that.
Grandma Longneck swept one of the larger sharp teeth off its feet with his tail, and in that moment another swimmer took that opportunity to pelt it with rocks, one of which drew blood. Finally! Blood! And another knocked the tooth out. Eventually the sharp tooth gave up and ran away under a continued barrage of rocks by the swimmer and fierce tail whips from Grandma Longneck. While the battle was going on, no one noticed the shadow of two flies passing overhead, or the two egg thieves running by.
Ooh, backcap strats, nice.
And now-
Ozzy, there's kush everywhere.
And Coral White can send us off.
That's where it ends. What does Gandalf have to say, though?
Interesting chapter. And a good spot for an ending.
What?
I,
No!
Yes. But that isn't even supposed
Are
to be
you
the
sure
ending.
about that?
I guess, no, I think I'm gonna be... No, I think he means the,
For the
end
chapter.
of the chapter.
but my
Okay,
headcanon
fair.
is that he's like finally this is over. God.
Yeah, I don't need to see more of this.
Posting it close
that's
to
not
6 a.m. in the morning.
I like to get up at 6 in the morning to read my Land Before Time stories before work. Really gives me the boost I need for the day.
I mean, if the price for getting out of bed at 6 a.m. was reading Land Before Time fanfic, I would take that deal any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently it's longer on fanfiction.net, and I choose to believe that Samus saw a good spot for an ending and was like, yep, that's where the forum story ends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like
This
working a
story's
6.
weird.
Yeah, I was
this-
gonna say he's
what
like
you gonna say,
working a
Joaquin?
6. He's working a 6 to 2 shift, and he's in the break room just reading this right before he has to clock in.
yeah, this
Before
was
I clock in, I gotta read this Land Before Time fanfic.
Yeah, this was probably the most well-written story we've covered this month, if I may say this prematurely, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, I want to be
kinda-
positive here. I don't think this was that bad. I think
Like-
for the most part, this was like written like pretty competently compared to what we usually read. I'm just
I was
not
gonna say, this is
sure-
actually one of the better written stories
Yeah.
we've ever covered. Just, it's very unrealized. Like, there should have been... The author never really got to a point in the story where I'm like, I'm super invested in what's going on.
Yeah, but I can like I guess I can also see where this author was like coming from with his ideas. Like, in a way, I don't know, it feels in a way like something I would have imagined like as a Land Before Time story as a kid. But looking at it now, I don't know, I'm just not sure if I'm personally a fan of having like sharp teeth portrayed as scheming villains. it just feels kind of cheesy to me. Like, no, I think... I think the sharp teeth in the movies are just like wild animals that just want to have some meat, man.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like scheming villains who want to
We at least have two
harness
of
the
them.
power of the meteorite.
We at least have like two that are just like we are parents. We are raising our little boy. That's other than that. That's pretty much the spectrum right there.
Yeah, and
But then again, I can't even complain too much. Like it's a fanfic. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, and don't contact with author because of the usual reasons and also because of the forum, and it is not good form etiquette to necro a 17-year-old thread. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get like a notification. Oh man, someone's commenting on my story 17 years later.
Oh yeah, somebody clicked on see this thread for future updates. Don't click that.
God, now I gotta update it. God.
Yeah.
I don't even like Lamp for Time anymore.
Yeah, I've moved away from that.
So My Little
I've now
Pony.
become a
Yeah,
No,
people kept
I'm not in that
making
fandom
fun
anymore.
of me.
I'm not in
Yeah.
that fandom anymore because I am now a full-time scaly.
Yeah, people kept making fun of me when I was writing Land Before Time Fix, and I know you will be mad that I'm not writing any more Land Before Time Fix, but honestly, I do not care.
Yeah.
If anyone got that reference.
Yeah.
I did get the
Yeah,
reference,
okay.
yes. That was from Machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can check us out on Tumblr and Discord and put something in the request form optimally below 5,000 words, and it doesn't have to be dinosaur related, it's just a 1-month event, but who knows when we are creatively bankrupt in 2026 and do another month before time because we couldn't figure out anything else, you'll be there to save us.
It'll be the month after.
Yeah. We
time.
also just won't say no to more dinosaur stories.
Yeah.
Let's be
If you want
honest.
to go over which dinosaurs are objectively the best ones, we have a Discord channel. Did I
Yeah.
say channel? I meant server.
Spooky would love that, by the way.
Yeah, don't post the dinosaurs from Leo World 2 there because those were a horrible mix.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't like them. They sniff too many ashes. It just gets filthy.
Okay, yeah, we spent way too much time on this outro. And remember, if you do not like, that was worse than the time when I do not read.
Later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.